Time now for the Morning Rush.
And we start with Kristen Curry.
Again, morning, mostly sunny skies across the entire state. One thing to watch for, though, a little bit more cloud cover up to the north. We're going to see some virga showers try and hold themselves together, but nothing when it comes to significant rain here at the surface. Tomorrow looks to be another full day of sunshine with unseasonably warm temperatures. Crystal?
We're following the day's top local stories. We start with breaking news with Catherine Mazzone.
Arson investigators are expected to begin looking into what sparked a car fire here at the Via Apartments in southeast Albuquerque. They say between 70 and 80 cars are damaged, according to firefighters. Residents tell KRQE News 13 at least 25 of those are completely gutted. You can see witness video shot not long after the fire sparked at around midnight, showing towering flames. Right now, firefighters and APD are asking people not to come out of the apartment complex due to the lot being unsafe because of the carports. Back to you.
Meantime, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is in South Korea this morning. He's meeting with his counterpart to discuss the U.S.-South Korean alliance amid tensions in that region. On Thursday, President Trump's proposed budget projected a 28% decrease in funding to the State Department. Tillerson told his employees they have the opportunity to set a new course and that he's motivated to tackle the challenge despite reduced funding.
Santa Fe students and teachers are expected to be back in class this morning after getting out early to rally at the Roundhouse yesterday. Organizers say the protest was meant to send a message to Governor Martinez to avoid education cuts. The governor's office says she has not and will not cut classroom spending.
This morning, officials are still investigating an infant's remains found on the Navajo Reservation in Arizona. According to the Gallup Independent, Navajo Police Chief Philip Francisco said those remains were found Monday in a field about an hour west of Gallup. The Independent reports the FBI is investigating.
This morning, we're showing a dramatic video of a terrifying volcano explosion in Italy. Italy's Mount Etna has been erupting for days. The eruption triggered an explosion of rocks and steam as 10 people were visiting that area. They suffered burns, cuts, and bruises. Some were hit on the head by falling rocks. This is eyewitness video as they're trying to flee the area. The active volcano had been quiet for the past couple of years, but sprang into action just last month, attracting tourists and scientists to the area.
Terrifying. New details on that training plane crash that killed 3 airmen near Cannon Air Force Base. Base officials say those airmen were 33-year-old Captain Andrew Becker, originally from Michigan, 29-year-old Captain Kenneth Dalga from North Carolina, and 26-year-old First Lieutenant Frederick Deliker from Florida.
New video this morning shows fire crews dealing with a massive 5-alarm fire at an apartment building under construction in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. Take a look at your TV screens here. It broke out just after 10 last night. The fire quickly spread to a nearby building. The fire is out this morning. Took crews about 3 hours to put it out completely. They're going to be checking for hot spots this morning. No one was reportedly injured. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 0. No threat whatsoever as we see warm, sunny, and dry conditions this afternoon. Winds out of the northeast about 5 to 15. Will become more easterly later this evening. We'll bump that to 10 to 20 as a front pushes through. Crystal?
New details at 6. Doctors may have an effective tool for treating early-stage lung cancer in older patients. Researchers at Emory University studied patients in their 80s and 90s who cannot undergo surgery. They found using highly targeted radiation therapy limits the spread of cancer with a low rate of side effects.
And a new study warns about exposure to loud noise. Research at Brigham and Women's Hospital found 58 million Americans are frequently exposed to loud noises at work and at home. That exposure can lead to hearing loss and health conditions, including cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Sarah?
This morning, local students will be channeling their inner artists as they take to the street to spread a message through painting. Over the course of the next 3 days, the United in Diversity mural will be bringing to life nearly 70 photos, drawings, and collages that the group Artful Life collected over the course of several months from residents in the International District. Residents were asked to submit images of what diversity looks like to them. We posted more information on KRQE.com and on the KRQE News app. Kristen?
Time now for a check on your Friday morning commute. Good news is no major incidents to slow you down. We are clean and green across the entire metro area. If anything pops up, we will let you know right here on KRQE.
This during the first round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational at the Bay Hill course in Orlando, Florida, golfer Cody Gribble just casually walks up to the 6th fairway, taps the tail of an alligator who was by a pond.
Oh my goodness.
What was he thinking? Yeah, he scared the little guy, or I should say big guy, right? Back into the water before moving on to the next hole. Just all nonchalant, no big deal. Hey, little guy, how's it going? Get back in the water.
He's super confident that thing isn't going to whip
I
him.
know.
Bite him.
Little love tap.
How crazy is that?
I do not have enough courage to do that.
No way.
All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Starting number 5, law enforcement is preparing to step up DWI checkpoints for St. Patrick's Day celebrations today. The city says it'll be tracking the number of people using ride-sharing services at those checkpoints. The mayor says those numbers are rising, showing the city's efforts to curb drinking and driving are paying off. The city's partnering with a ride-sharing service for a promo code. You can go to our website, KRQE.com, to get it.
On to number 4 now. You may notice a white truck patrolling the Bosque today. After 3 fires in just 2 weeks, the city is stepping up patrols. Fire crews are looking for suspicious activity, illegal campers, people smoking or setting off fireworks.
At number 3, warm, sunny, and dry all the way through the weekend. A little bit more wind this evening here in the metro. Breezy to windy across the eastern 2/3 of the state on Sunday.
On to number 2, it appears more states won't be joining the lawsuit over the president's new travel ban, at least for now. New this morning, a federal judge in the state of Washington is now ruling that his order blocking President Trump's original travel ban will not apply to Trump's revised ban. Judge James Robart says there are enough differences between the 2 orders. The new ban is still blocked this morning after orders by federal judges in Hawaii and Maryland.
On to this, number 1 this morning, war of words over the state budget. In just over 24 hours, the final gavel on this year's legislative session is scheduled to drop at the Roundhouse. Democrats are accusing the governor of petty politics after she vetoed 9 bills, including some with bipartisan support. Governor Martinez says they're not necessary for the public's health, safety, and welfare. The governor's spokesman says a fix to the $350 million budget shortfall for next year without tax hikes should be on the governor's desk by now, but Democrats say they have proposed solutions, including raising the cigarette and gas taxes.